and Mark. Raise your hand if you've met Gail and Mark yet? Okay, aren't they awesome? So last week I got to really kind of talk to them for the first time. 2 weeks ago over here when we had fellowship. And I was just blown away how cool they are, man. I was like, when I'm his age, which is not too far from now, I want to be as cool as this guy right here. So Gail's like, let me tell you. Well, Gail shared with us on our GroupMe page, our Northgate GroupMe page, just a quick little snippet of what God had done with her recently and just working in her life. And I texted her today and I was like, hey, would you have the boldness to share that with us for a couple minutes? and so she graciously said yes. So just share with us real quick about what the Lord has just kind of been showing to you recently.
Check. I didn't think it was really that big of a deal.
It's a big deal, absolutely.
But I was just talking to NC over there. She said it's a big deal, so I'm going to take that. This past Friday was payday. I look forward to payday. And money's tight, pennies, down to the penny. And the paycheck had a bump in it. Cost of living increase, and I was like, oh, thank you, God, right? I get to buy a new pair of shoes, maybe.
How long have you had those?
Like 5 years, same shoes, one pair of shoes, that's it. Like, that's how tight pennies are for us. 7 kids, 4 grandkids that we take care of. We support them. And so I'm like, yay, go pay the mortgage. So I click on the mortgage. Mortgage went up exactly what the cost of living expense was. Normally, here's the good thing, I guess. It's a good thing. Normally, I would freak out because I was looking forward to that money and being able to buy food, something extra, anything extra, literally. And normally I would be mad, and I would stay mad, and I would be mean to him, even though it wasn't his fault, and I would be mean to the children, and I would be grumpy. And I'll just leave it at that. But a couple hours later, I realized I wasn't. And so I tried to recognize what that was. And I'm like, oh my goodness. He literally provided, the mortgage was going up. He had to have known, provided the money to cover it exactly to the penny, literal pennies. And so I guess that's a good thing for me because that means things are breaking off of me. It's pretty elemental to me, that. But I guess he's working on me. If I'm ever perfect, we're going to have a problem. I will be a work in progress until... Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Thanks.
Yes. Thank you, guys. It might seem little, but it's big in the kingdom. Any little step the Lord is taking with you and you're taking with him is a big step to him. And so we always want to take time to just share what's going on in the people's lives of Northgate, because let me tell you, her testimony can become your testimony. If you're struggling with anxiety and stress over finances, guess what? He wants to free you from that. And what we're hearing from Gail is that the Lord is starting to free her from that anxiety of dealing with. Listen, we all have, paychecks that come in that aren't as good as we want them to, right? And so he wants us to just lean on him and trust him, and every step is important. Well, before we get into the message,